Hey, good morning to you. It's Mark again here, Weatherman Plus. It is Wednesday, March 3rd, so happy hump day. Yay! Y'all get through it just fine. I hope y'all have a very great day today. Now, we have a few things going on this morning and a few things that's going to happen within the next week. We actually have the surface low pressure that made it across the whole south into the Gulf, and now it's on the southeast moving out. And we also have the surface low pressure that's moving on the southwest that's going to be making its way across. But you can see the system in the northeast is just sitting there spinning the whole time. Now this will be putting precipitation, which will turn into snowfall, some for the northeast. And it will bring the cold temperatures and keep them around, especially as this high pressure moves in. It's going to be bringing some cold air with it as well. So if you've never been here before, good morning. My name is Mark. I upload every single day. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. I am all year long, guys. And we do have more systems that is going to be moving from the Pacific Northwest that will be affecting the West Coast. I will go through that as well. Now, our power situation is looking somewhat better this morning. Maine still has 15,000 people without power. New Hampshire still has 6,000. Connecticut still has 1,400, with Massachusetts still having 1,400 as well. So there's a lot of people without power. However, New York and everybody, Pennsylvania that's in the Northeast, man, your power company really gets on y'all power because y'all literally have not much at all when y'all had a whole bunch, 50,000 yesterday. So that kudos to them because they really got on that situation for you guys. Now I am showing that Kentucky is still 2,500 people without power. California also 3,700 people without power, even though it don't show a color. That color is just for a minimum of 10,000. But that is the people without power. And Texas, for some reason, I'm still showing 1,500 people without power. Now I have a question for all of you that are in Texas. Is this because people still dealing with power problems because of y'all own personal grid that y'all have? Or is this actually because they have such high bills now coming from these power companies that these are actually 1,500 homes that cannot pay them bills? Can you let me know if y'all still dealing with those high bills down there, or is that actually still a power problem that y'all are having? Now, to help you understand a little bit of what I'm going to be going through today, right above my head I have the precipitation rate and the surface low pressure, so you can see the systems that's moving through, dropping snowfall, dropping rainfall, who's getting what. And then one on the very top shows you all the surface low pressures. That way you can see how the high pressure is going to move in, squeeze in tight with the low pressure system still out there. And it's still going to create some winds and some very freezing temperatures for the Northeast. And in between them, you can see the time and date stamp right there. 12Z is easy. That's just right here in the morning. 12Z is 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern, and 4 o'clock West Coast time. Now this is us first thing in the morning. It is 7 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. It's literally 4 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast with the other surface low pressure coming in. And it will be dropping rain and some snow for the West Coast from these other pressures as well. And this one obviously is not meeting the cold temperatures. We've been going through this for a few days now. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to move out and cause some heavy rain issues. And the temperatures this morning is pretty chilly still for the Northeast. This is your temperatures. The whole Northeast is in the 20s, below freezing. And the extreme New England states is still in the teens. But with the wind chills, it's a lot colder. And you can see here with the wind chills, it's got everybody still in the 20s, but for the extreme Northeast and New England states, it has y'all in the teens, and Maine still negative temperatures with the wind chills. So it's still going to be a cold start to your day. Now, as we go through noontime, the surface low pressure on the southeast will move away and get off land and stop putting precipitation on the southeast. And you have this other surface low pressure that's moving through from the southwest. And there's a few things that's going to start happening. This high pressure up here in the north is going to start moving to the south. It's also going to squeeze in tight with this low pressure system in the northeast still. And it's going to create some more winds and some more cold temperatures for the northeast as this moves down. And the total amount of precipitation you're going to get in the southeast from the system moving through, the heaviest part being anywhere from 2 to almost 3 inches in southeast Georgia and southwest South Carolina. But still, the pink is over an inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall in all this pink here. Now, as we speed up into tomorrow, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this is your 15Z for Thursday, you can see the surface low pressure moved in, and it's actually getting blocked by another high pressure on the west, so it's actually pushing it. At the same time, you can see that the winds are starting to pick up in the northeast from these two pressure systems squeezing tight together. And you can see this best here. This is your shot from 6 p.m. Central Time on Thursday afternoon. And you can see the high pressure reaching all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. And all this is going to move down even further, so it's going to be even stronger, even higher high pressure that's going to be blocking this low pressure. And this moved over Texas at this point, as well as this low pressure system off the northeast is strengthening to 976. But you can see these two pressure systems, when they squeeze together like this, it's going to create all these high winds still for the northeast, especially in New England states. With a nice strong 979 surface low pressure about to come in on the Pacific Northwest that will create heavy precipitation and snowfall for the West Coast. And here's that shot right here for Thursday evening. You can see how the surface low pressure is starting to get some wind gusts now picking up for New Mexico as well as Texas. And you're getting some wind picking up from wind gusts for the northeast as well. And that's because this high pressure system moving in to the south. Now this will put 40 to almost 50 miles per hour, 52 wind gusts. That would be for New Mexico as well as western Texas. And the winds in the northeast will still be in the high 30s, but for the New England states like northern New Hampshire and Maine, it will still be 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts that you do need to worry about. It's still going on. While some very dangerous wind gusts will be moving in on the west coast as well. Washington, you will have anywhere from 50 to 60 miles per hour wind gusts. It goes all the way down to Northern California with 60, almost 70 miles per hour wind gusts. So this is very damaging winds. This is very dangerous winds. It's going to be for Northern California, Washington, and it's going to be all along the coastline of Oregon. And Southern Oregon is where it gets into the high 50s. So be careful, because there is going to be a bad area that these surface low pressures are moving down, and it will be a lot of wind gusts for the West Coast. And the temperatures Thursday evening will be very cold. This is your actual temperatures. You can see West Coast in the 50s. The South is nice and comfortable in the 60s and 70s. You have this cold air right here with the surface low pressure moving. But the upper half of Michigan, Midwest, also the Northeast, you're still in freezing temperatures, and you're in the teens for the New England states. And with the wind chill factor, it's still going to keep all of y'all in the Northeast still feeling like the teens when you go outside because of the cold wind chills. And it's going to be still single digits to negative degrees for the extreme Northeast still. So it's going to be very cold times all the way to at least Friday. And as you move into Saturday, it warms up a little bit for the Midwest, but you still have the cold temperatures in the Northeast. From Pennsylvania on, you're still in freezing temperatures, even eastern Ohio. And for the extreme Northeast, northern New York and everybody, you're going to be in the teens. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, you're going to be in the teen temperatures. Also for Massachusetts and Connecticut is where it's still freezing temperatures, but the teens are pretty much Massachusetts to New York and all the way to the New England states. Very teen temperatures still. And with the wind chill factor, it's still going to be feeling like -5 and -10 degrees, especially for the New England states. Y'all just have the worst of it. And this is all the way till Friday evening going into Saturday. And you also have some wind gusts that will be coming with this system. This is a surface low pressure that's over here by New Mexico, moving by Texas. And as it spins around, it has the winds right here on the bottom half of it. You have the winds on the west coast from these systems moving through. And you still have damaging winds that are still in the Northeast. And this is still Friday evening at 6 p.m. For the West, you still have 30 to 40 miles per hour wind gusts still going on in Oregon. But Northern California still has 50 and 60 miles per hour, even 71 miles per hour wind gusts that will be happening for Northern California. While at the same time, Texas and Oklahoma will be dealing with 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts from the system that's moving by right above them, with the Northeast still in 30 to 40 miles per hour damaging winds, y'all. Especially in the extreme Northeast, it gets up to 50 still, and they've been handling that this whole time. It's because that high pressure coming in and blocking the surface low pressure coming from the west, and it's squeezing tight with the surface low pressure in the Northeast, and is creating all these winds. Let's back it up till Friday. You'll see that you have the system on the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be coming around, putting rainfall and snow, because the temperatures will be cold at night, of course, for the West Coast. And then you have this surface low pressure. This is at 6 o'clock in the morning for Friday, and it's moving from the West Coast to over Texas. But you can see the isobars in the Northeast, very, very close together lines, and it gets worse as you get out, but this tightens up a little bit. But this is damaging. This is the wind gusts right here that's building up from these two pressure systems getting too close. And you can see the shot way up here. You have your surface low pressure in the Northeast. You have your one in the Pacific Northwest. You have one that's over Texas. Now you have this whole big high pressure that is reaching all the way out to the southeast, and it's going to be doing some blocking. And as we move into 6 p.m. On Friday to 0Z, you can see that surface low pressure had to go around this high pressure, reaching way out into the southeast. And now it's turning into upper level low, and it's losing strength as it heads to the Gulf. It will create some rainfall for the southeast, not a whole bunch, but it will. And it's going to have to go around this big high pressure that's coming out. So it's going to be taking a way wide turn. While the Pacific Northwest is starting to get a lot of rainfall and some snow precipitation from this system in the Northwest. And the rain's going to go all the way from Washington all the way down to Northern California, with the worst of it being some possible storms for California coast in the north. Now, as we move into Saturday morning, you can see that this is 6 o'clock in the morning, it's your 12Z. Now you can see that the upper level low has turned into a surface low pressure again in the Gulf. It's getting some of them warm temperatures. The Gulf is starting to warm up already again, guys. And it's going to be moving to the southeast. And this, you see the cold temperatures, but it's not going to be any snow. Don't let nobody lie to you guys. This is also a big high pressure, which is boss. So it will push this low pressure system further out to the east, and it won't get any closer. It might go over a little bit more over Florida, a little bit of Georgia, but it's not going to be any snowfall. While the other system on the Pacific Northwest has moved in now, and not only rain, now they're starting to get snow for the West Coast. And as we go into 6 p.m. for Saturday, this is 7 p.m. East Coast time, you can see the system did move across Florida, but it didn't get anywhere as close to the freezing temperature, so there's not going to be any snowfall from it. And it is moving away. However, this big high pressure is blocking this surface low pressure that came from the West Coast, and now it's just going to curve up to the Midwest and go away. But it is going to create some snowfall for the Northwest. And you can see by 3 a.m. Sunday morning, 4 a.m. on the East Coast, that the pressure system moved off. There's not going to be any precipitation as far as snowfall accumulation there. Now, by this time, you've added up some rainfall. You got some rainfall in the central plains from the surface low pressure that was moving through. It does spin counterclockwise, so all the precipitation went on these states. While you got a little bit of precipitation in the northeast from the low pressure system just sitting there spinning, and every now and then some winds coming with a little bit of snow, some squall lines, will be adding up to some snowfall for y'all. And the heaviest of the precipitation by this time will be 2 to almost 3 inches of rainfall going all the way into deep Georgia, and then all the way to the other side of Georgia with over an inch. So southern Georgia is definitely going to see it. Most of it southeast Georgia, and southwest South Carolina still has 2 to 3 inches as well. And it looks like it goes all the way up towards Columbia with over an inch. So that's going to be a lot of rainfall for the southeast and northern Florida also. And on the west coast, you have over an inch of rainfall by this time, all the way across the coast, all the way down to northern California, with certain localized areas over 3 inches. And Washington does have a hot spot of over 5 inches of rainfall, just localized for this one area. And you see Seattle, Tacoma, they're not getting a whole bunch of rainfall. Portland, it's not a whole bunch for y'all, but there's going to be a lot of rain, and there's going to be some snow. California as well. It's going to be about half an inch all the way to San Francisco, but Fort Bragg, you're getting over an inch, and all the way up to Eureka, you're going to be on the edge of 1 to 2 inches. So there's going to be a lot of rainfall for northwest California, as well as some snow accumulations by Saturday night, Sunday evening. They got the snow in the northeast. You got a little bit right here for western North Carolina, but it is not trending, guys. It is just one localized hot spot. I will update that as it comes along. We're still a few days away. And we still have some snow for Colorado as well as Utah as well. But Idaho has some, as well as the West Coast getting the worst and the most of it. Now, the worst in Washington will be anywhere from 6 to 10 inches, even 11 or 12 possible, but that's going to be in the higher elevations for what you'll have. As far as Tacoma or Seattle, y'all not going to see anything. Portland, you're not going to see any snow. But when you get to South Oregon, when you get towards Medford, you're going to see a possible of over 6 inches of snowfall. It won't affect Roseburg or Eugene. It will be very close, as well as Salem. And you can see Portland still get nothing. But the very edge of the West Coast is going to be over a foot. So be careful. Anywhere from 6 inches to a foot from Medford to the coast. And just east of Fort Bragg is going to be some very heavy snowfall, anywhere from 6 to 10 inches. Eureka getting over 2 inches, but right to the northeast of Eureka is 14 inches. So this could very easily move. We're still a few days away. This could fine tune just a little bit more. I will update you guys. And for the northeast snowfall for this, it will be a little bit in western to central New York. Northern New York will be the heaviest. You will be getting major snowfall, 6 to 11 inches. All the models do agree that this is pretty much the area, a little bit more in Pennsylvania on one other model. And one other model shows that this isn't a major. It stops right at 5 inches. But the rest of them are trending. This is pretty much the average of what you're going to get. Northern Vermont as well, anywhere from 6 to 10 inches for a major snowfall for y'all. And northern New Hampshire, you'll get anywhere from 2 to 5. So that's pretty good snowfall for y'all. I know some of you are sick of it, but it's spinning. This precipitation is going to be adding up. And as we get into Monday around noontime Central Time, you can see the high pressure moved all the way in. It's doing some serious blocking for the southeast now. So all of y'all can finally drain some from all this flooding, all this precipitation y'all have been getting for a while. But now we have the surface low pressure that's coming in from the Pacific Northwest. It's bringing more precipitation, is bringing more snowfall for y'all on the west. And it's not only getting blocked, but it's going to have to go up now because it's getting blocked to the Midwest. But this will strengthen as it moves to the Midwest. However, the temperatures are not quite there for snowfall. And as we go overnight until 3 a.m. Central Time on Tuesday, 1 a.m. for the West Coast, you can see you have the surface low pressure crashing on into the Pacific Northwest. You have all this rain still, and you have more snow accumulations for y'all. As well as Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming being on the west side of this system and being in freezing temperatures, y'all going to start getting some snow accumulation also by Monday, and definitely by Tuesday morning it's going to be hitting. But Monday is when it's going to start. And then you got the system moving across the Midwest, and the temperatures are very warm at this time. It's still pulling all these dew points, if you remember from yesterday, and it's still feeding precipitation to this system, but at the same time it's wrapping the core with warm temperatures, so anything close to the system is not going to be any snow. That's why you see the Dakotas in rain. And then by 9 o'clock in the morning for Tuesday, you still have the low pressure system on the west coast still putting rainfall and snow for y'all over there. But now the system's moved a little bit further north now because it's going around this high pressure system here, so it has to go around. And you can see the snowfall is still dropping pretty good for Montana and Wyoming as well. Now it's starting to hit a little bit of the Dakotas, but now it's dropping a little bit of snow in the northern North Dakota because of the temperatures moving in. But the system will move to the Midwest. And you can see the temperatures here. The Northeast is starting to warm up a little better now. They're getting into the 30s and 40s. While northern North Dakota is barely hitting 30 and 32 degrees. So the precipitation will change over to snowfall as you go through your Tuesday morning. But you got the whole West Coast over here. They have been in this freezing temperatures for a while. This snow is definitely starting to add up. But with these strong dew points going all the way up into the system, into the Dakotas, is why everybody is still warm. That's why you're not going to see any snowfall out of this. Now, as it moves, it could either put snow for northern Minnesota or it would be too warm. It depends if these dew points reach all the way up with the system as it goes. But you can see clearly it's going right into it. Very warm temperatures for everybody. And you can see the cutoff line from the rain to the snow by noon on Tuesday. This is where we're at. And you're still getting snow for northern North Dakota because it made that east-northeast turn. And then you got Montana and northern Wyoming that's still getting snowfall, as well as the West Coast still getting rain and still getting some snow from the surface low pressure moving in on the west. But now you're getting rain into Wisconsin as well. And the winds are pretty much 30s and 40s when you go across the whole central plains. But it will put northern Texas at 50 miles per hour wind gusts, New Mexico around 50 miles per hour, and when you get around Wyoming, Nebraska, and parts of Kansas and Colorado as well, this is where it just picks up to some serious wind gusts of over 60 miles per hour. So it will be some damaging winds passing through with this system as well. Now, I will update this. It's just a little bit too far. You know me, I don't want to go too far when it comes to trying to give you a accurate as possible forecast. But once you get into Thursday, it starts bringing the strong dew points and the cold air right here. See the cold line? The cold air meeting the warm temperatures as well will create a cold front. It will create some more storms for the central plains, and this will carry over. But I will update that. And your total rainfall by 6 p.m. Central Time by Thursday. You still have the rain in the southeast. I did show you that. But now you get anywhere from an inch of precipitation from Kansas all the way to Michigan. Inch of rainfall straight across. And this is all going to be warm temperatures, so it is going to be rain. However, though, from northern Minnesota, you have over an inch. The pink is over an inch. You have over an inch from northern Minnesota to South Dakota, and it will go over towards Wyoming. While you have some very heavy precipitation on the west coast. And you can be getting over an inch of rainfall anywhere from Washington all the way down to southern Oregon. And then when you get towards California, it gets even stronger. California is going to see over 2 to 3 inches of rainfall from this system by Thursday. It's just going to move in with all this heaviness and all this nasty, slushy, because your temperature is going to be around the edge. So you're going to be getting snow in the higher elevations, while everybody else is going to see rain and slush and a little bit of snow. But all the way down to San Francisco, over an inch of rainfall. And your snow accumulations by this time, the low pressure system spinning around, put in periods of swaths of snow for the Northeast. As it spins around for a couple of days, it will be some add up in the Northeast. I did show you that. These do stay in the cold enough temperatures where that should hang around. Now, the Midwest, you're going to get some snow out of this. Also for the West Coast as well. Now, northern Minnesota, you're going to be anywhere from 1 to 5 inches with certain spots that be localized to about 7 inches, 6 or 7 for the extreme north of Minnesota. Most of everybody's going to see 9, 10, maybe even 11 inches. That's still a lot of snowfall. And Colorado also getting in on some good snowfall, anywhere from 7 to the extreme south of southern Colorado will be anywhere from 1.5 feet. So it's anywhere from a foot to 1.5 feet of snowfall, especially for the higher elevations. It's going to be 3 to 5 around the city. But Colorado is getting some good snowfall too. Now, western Montana, there will be anywhere from 3 inches in certain spots to higher elevations being anywhere from 6 to 11. I mean, you have a good chance for all this area to get a foot of snow, especially in all this higher elevations. Idaho as well, anywhere from 6 to 9 to even 10 inches in your higher elevations, while on the ground level it would be 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. But it will be a lot of snowfall for y'all. And you can see it also for Nevada, Utah. They're getting anywhere from 4 to 6 inches with certain localized spots of 10 inches. But Washington, you're really sitting on it pretty good, especially the higher elevations, anywhere from 1 foot to 1.5 feet. I even saw 21 inches in there a little bit, 22, 24 inches. That's 2 feet of snow. That's higher elevations, but that's a lot of snowfall. And then when you get into Oregon, it's still 1 foot to 1.5 feet of snowfall. And when you get towards the coast, it could be a possibility for 3 feet plus of snowfall. It could be a lot of rain, but I am showing a lot of snow will be built up over there. And this is exactly what I'm showing you right now is the snowfall. So you do have a chance for anywhere from 3 feet plus for southern Oregon, northern California, and the higher elevations of California can see up to 10 feet of snow by now. With Eureka being over 7 inches, Wairika, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, you have over 1 foot, and Redding is over 4 inches. Plus, in the higher elevations, it's 3 feet of snow. 10 feet on that side, 3 feet on the western side. There's a lot of snow that's going to be falling around in California. And that's what we have for the next couple of days, guys. I will update it. You know I will as it comes along. I'm going to show this to you so you can see what the next 2.5 days will be according to the radar. So you can see what's going on in the southeast, the storms coming from the west, and what's coming on the Pacific Northwest soon, as well as what's happening in the Northeast. So I appreciate all of you for watching my video today. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Help support the channel. I do love you for it. Now I'm going to play this for you. At the same time, I'd like to say God bless all of you that has gone through this flooding problem, this power outage problem, this cold problem. I've been having very good days from the Lord. He's really uplifted my family and put us on a very good and safe spot. And I praise Him so much for that. I even praise Him in my dark times when He does take away, because the Lord does give and He does take away. So you just got to praise Him through all the times. He's always doing something for the better of good. So believe that. So just because you don't understand it, just like I don't sometimes, He knows what's best. So just leave your trust in the Lord, guys. He will make the best for you. But I wish all the good things that's happening to me, I wish it also pours out onto you people. I wish all of you that's going through tough times that it changes dramatically, and that all this good times that I am getting from God will pour out onto you and make your times even better for you to withstand everything that you're going through. So God bless every single one of you. I hope it does reach out to you. And while this plays, I'm going to go ahead and do it again. I would like to read to y'all this morning. Isaiah 18. Woe to the land shadowing with wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, that sendeth ambassadors by the sea, even in vessels of bulrushes upon the waters, saying, Go ye, swift messengers, to a nation scattered and peeled, to a people terrible from their beginning, here thereto, a nation meted out and trodden down, whose land the rivers have spoiled. All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye, when he lifteth up an ensign on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye. For so the Lord said unto me, I will take my rest, and I will consider in my dwelling place like a clear heat upon herbs, and like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. For afore the harvest, when the bud is perfect, and the sour grape is ripening in the flower, he shall both cut off the sprigs with pruning hooks, and take away and cut down the branches. They shall be left together unto the fowls of the mountains, and to the beasts of the earth. And the fowls shall summer upon them, and all the beasts of the earth shall winter upon them. In that time shall the present be brought unto the Lord of hosts of the people scattered and peeled, and from a people terrible from their beginnings hitherto. A nation meted out and trodden down under foot, whose land the rivers have spoiled, to the place of the name of the Lord of hosts, the Mount Zion. Amen. Hope you all have a very blessed day today, guys. It is Wednesday. That don't mean anything. That means the week's half gone. Okay, it's not no trying to get over a week, middle of the week. It's not the end of the week, but every day is great. Enjoy your day, guys, especially if you're going to work, because you spend more time at work than you do at home. So if you're really hating being at work, you're hating every day, most of your day of your life. So enjoy your day. God bless you all. May you have a very, very blessed day today. All glory does go to God, God of Jacob. Amen.